Hey, welcome back to Learning Self-Reliance. Today I'm going to do another 5 unusual preps video. Today I wanted to focus on 5 unusual trade items. Things that are cheap to buy now, but will help you sweeten the deal later when you're trying to trade with somebody. You've got what they want, but they're kind of on the fence about it. You can give them a couple of these and just, get them over the edge, and they'll do that trade with you, and you can get what you need. All right, I gave you a preview last video about the first item, so let's hop right into it. This is Caffeine Anhydrous. This is regular caffeine that you'd get in like coffee or soda or something like that, but this is its powdered form. And I gotta do forewarning at the beginning here, this stuff is extremely dangerous. Right here it's got a nice warning, do not exceed more than 400 milligrams daily, and that is a tiny amount. So on the back here, I got this on eBay. I'll include a link to this to you guys below, and here is the tiny little scoop that you use with this. I believe this is 100 milligrams scoop. So this thing is really, really tiny, but this is an extremely large amount of caffeine. I think this is a full cup of coffee or maybe 2. The nice part about this stuff is I think this was about 30 bucks. I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. About 30 bucks on eBay. The nice part about this is you can take little bits of it, just a little baggie, and trade it with somebody, and that's weeks worth of caffeine for them, but you don't have to have like a huge thing, like a huge can of coffee or something like that. You can just trade them this small amount here, and they can get that coffee that most Americans are addicted to, and this will help you sweeten that deal. This could also, obviously you could just use it for yourself. This is some awesome stuff, but again, this is extremely dangerous. There are people who have overdosed on this. I think there was some kid in Florida or something who took a whole tablespoon as a dare or something like that and ended up dying. But this stuff's dangerous, but I think it would be an extremely valuable trade item, and it's so cheap right now, but will go so far. And just to give you guys an estimate on here, there's about 1,000 servings in this. So this is like storing 1,000 cups of coffee or something like that, right? That's an enormous amount, but I have it in my hand, and I can just throw this in any old beverage or just water or whatever I want, have that caffeine that I need. All right, the next unusual prep, I got this idea from soldiers. I know a lot of soldiers go to Iraq and Afghanistan, stuff like that, and one of the most requested items that they have people send them is sunglasses. So here are some cheap sunglasses from Harbor Freight. These are $2, but these also double as safety glasses, believe it or not. So when you're working outside or something like that, a lot of people are going to be outside when they're used to working inside their house all day, or inside their office or something all day. They're going to have a hard time being out in that bright sunlight, and this is going to go a long ways. Again, this is $2. So you can get a couple of these, and they double as safety glasses, so you get that protection for your eyes, not only from sunlight, but also from objects and things that are going to hit your eyes. I think these are fantastic. All right, next prep is pregnancy tests. So these, I think, is something a lot of people take for granted these days. I know some women have like inconsistent periods, and so they're never sure if they're pregnant. Sometimes it's difficult for them to tell, but these are cheap. I think these are about 50 cents a piece. I'll put that on the screen. I got these on Amazon as a package of them. This just has just a little strip in it, just kind of what's inside of a normal pregnancy test, just the strip. And you can use this and figure out if you're pregnant months ahead. I think these are so cheap, but extremely valuable trade item. Throw a couple of these in, and it doesn't cost you much now, but later is so valuable. I mean, you could probably just trade this just by itself, All right. Fourth item is Fresnel Lens. So I've shown these in some of my previous videos, but I think these are just the coolest things. This is flexible, so I can bend this like this. And what it is actually concentric circles that are in here. Hopefully you guys can hear me scratching on those here. So this magnifies, as you can see obviously from the grid pattern here. This magnifies things. This is so useful for starting fires or something like that. And the best part is that it's just going to last forever. As long as you've got sunlight and you don't scratch this up, it's going to work for you, right? And it comes in this nice little package to protect it a little bit. So you can throw one of these in your wallet or something like that. But I think throwing one of these in for anybody who's working at a distance or something like that, they've got to travel a little bit and they want to have some ability to make fire cheaply and easily. I think a Fresnel Lens is a good idea. These are pretty cheap. You can buy them on Amazon or eBay. eBay is nice because you get them extra cheap, but it takes a while to get there. All right, final prep is Matchbooks. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, dude, Matchbooks, no way. I'd much rather have a lighter. right? I always carry a lighter in my pocket. So this is a Bic lighter. These, I think, are pretty much the pinnacle of disposable lighters. You can get some 3 for $1 at the dollar store. Those ones work, but this one is much more consistent and much easier to use. But this is $2, right, for this thing here. It depends on where you get it or something like that. But about $2 to get one of these. This whole thing right here, 50 matchbooks with 20 lights a piece, is $2. So I got this locally for $2. This comes with 50 matchbooks. I think these are going to be an awesome deal sweetener because you can just throw in, you know, a couple of these, you know, say you do like 4 or 5 of them or something like that with somebody who's on the fence. They've got all of these lights in here that they can use. And the nice part about this is if you did like kind of just matches, let's say you just bought a big box of matches, if you try to trade that off to somebody, they're going to, you know, especially if they're strike anywhere matches, that's kind of dangerous, but they're going to get scuffed up and kind of broken if they have it in their pocket or something like that. But these are nice because they're nice and protected. They're not going to accidentally light on you, but you can keep these in your pocket and you got your little striker on here. You can throw in a couple of these, sweeten up that deal for somebody, get the resources you need that you forgot to set back. All right, guys, I think these are some awesome additional preps that will really help you trade with somebody else. These are so much cheaper. You know, throw a couple of these, you know, spend, you know, get 10 of them for like $20 or something like that 1 month. These will go a long way to protect you, other people. This one I think is one of the best ideas of here. It has 1,000 servings in there. That is so much that you can trade. Pregnancy test, invaluable. Lets you know if you need to change your style, you know, how much food do I need to set back because I've got a baby coming or something like that. Do I need to set back vitamins and extra things like that as well? Going to be really valuable to women. And these matchbooks are just so convenient and so much cheaper than something like a Bic lighter to set back and trade, you know, a handful of these and get those resources that you need. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.